Hello students, today we are going to be drawing something festive for Thanksgiving. It can be a fall like pumpkins. You can actually use crayons or watercolors or even oil pastels for this. And I thought maybe with the older grades we can turn it into a game. So we're going to be using the Set the Thanksgiving Table game, as you can see here. And I'll pause it so you can actually look at these pictures and play the game, drawing the different Thanksgiving meal parts such as bread, vegetables, desserts, turkey, things like that. So how to play the game. Set the Thanksgiving table game. You will need a dice. Each student will get a blank page. You're gonna get a paper like this. And I thought to make it more festive before we get started on the game, I thought maybe we're gonna draw like a frame. So I was inspired by this. So frame. So what I'm gonna do is just maybe do about the width of the ruler and then mark the inside like that. And then the width of the ruler, I put it down and I just connect it to the inside. So I'll just go right there. And I left about, you're gonna use pencil, so if you, in case you make mistake, but I left about the right amount of space, see, for the ruler to sit there comfortably on the edge, right there on the edge. And but you're gonna use a pencil first, just so if you make a mistake, you can erase it. So use your pencil first to mark your border. Now I have my border done. So that's gonna be my placemat. Next thing that we're gonna need to do is to do the holes. So just gonna use, see how I'm gonna do two, 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 two. Okay, just two holes like that. So you're gonna go around, or you can just do one. You can do any way you like it, but I'm thinking diagonally too. So I would start here and just repeat here and here. Basically, if you can see the line, it's a diagonal line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it looks like this. 7, 8, 9, about 10. Okay, 10. Same thing on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, it's supposed to be about 10, but if it comes 9 and it's evenly spaced, that's fine. And then just same thing here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't worry about counting it, just approximately width of 2 fingers or so, about an inch, inch and a half. And so on top, on the bottom, like this. Gonna go around, make a little frame. All the way around. Also, don't forget to write your name and class code, grade, and if you don't mind, write your full name, first and last name. Okay, so we can do it differently. Obviously, you can take a thread and just weave it through. Any way you like. Making sort of stitches through that, like so, okay? Or it can be a thin ribbon or a thin little piece of paper that's cut thinly that you can do as well. We're gonna set that aside, and the next step, now check that you have your name. Let's put it in the corner here. I'm gonna say Miss Kramer here. And your class code, I'm gonna say Art 101, but you're gonna put your class code and your name, first and last. Okay, let's get back to the game. So actually, you're gonna need the table. So the table is actually on the side of this, but I will project the choices. So when you roll 2, you're gonna draw turkey. When you roll 3, you're gonna draw pilgrim hat. If you roll 4, you're gonna draw bread. You roll 5, veggies. 6, candles. 7, some fork and knife. Okay. 8, cranberry sauce. 9, potatoes. 10, tofu. Erase a plate plus any food that was on it. Let's skip this one. We will not do that one. Decorations, 4 leaves, 11, and desserts, all different desserts is 10. So I'm gonna project this, but you're gonna actually need this page. So you're gonna need the table. So let's cut out the table. So just glue it on top of your prepared paper. So put this aside. Put paper down. And I want to cut pretty close to the line of the table, if you can see it. Okay. You can cut so that we can see the shade below the tablecloth. So don't cut the shade off. Okay. And just so, should be ready to go. All right, now we have the table setting. So we're gonna glue it on. I pause. So I am going to now glue my table setting. Be sure that you get enough glue in a corner so the corners don't start getting peeled off right away. Okay. Now let's get it on. Fit it in a frame. Perfect. And now we're ready to play. So this is where you're gonna draw your turkey and plate and everything like that. And so let's get our dice together and start playing the game. So each table is gonna get 2. So red team, for example, has 2 tables. So you're gonna get the 2 reds. Okay. And you're all sharing. The whole red team is sharing. So you're gonna play with the 2. So if you got 5 and 4 is 10, or 6 and 5 is 11. Okay. Green table is gonna get the green ones. Blue table is gonna get the blue ones. Yellow table is gonna get the yellow ones. Okay. So we're ready to play. Before we resume, we will start check that we have our name, We have our class scope, preferably first and last name. We already punched our holes and we are ready to play. So what I'm going to do is I am going to project this image so that I can pause it, get nice and close, and you're just going to go ahead and copy from there or use your leftover ones on your tables that you have samples, because I know you had to cut it because the table was on the other side. So you can look at it past at the projection, so at a projector, so you can just copy what you got and we can start playing, and we'll take about 10 minutes or 15 to finish our drawings. And when we are, I would like to put some watercolors over that. The challenge is to use oil pastels. The challenging part of it is you're gonna get a baggie with oil pastels. I mean, alternatively, you can also use crayons. Crayons are fine too. So if you want to underdraw it with a pencil, you can. But so you can use the oil pastels as well. They're really thicker. So let me take my first round. 5. So plate of veggies. Okay. So what I want to do, I will draw my bowl here on the edge. Maybe some veggies on top or fruits, letters, apple. So maybe it's like a bowl that is a little translucent or something. Okay. And I'll show you the nice part about oil pastel is that it's really thick compared to just crayon. I mean, it's comparable. It's just it repels water more. So when we put watercolor on it, it will. And look what happened. It had a little dirt, the oil pastel, and it mixed up really nicely. I actually like that effect, so I'm not mad at it at all. So yeah, crayons would work if you push hard, or the oil pastels will repel the watercolor. And tomorrow or our next class, we can put the watercolor over our oil pastels or crayon drawings, which is called crayon resist. The technique is called crayon resist. Crayon resist or wax resist, where the watercolor will pull off and fall into the background and the colors of the bright colors will still show. So you can do this with oil pastels as well, this technique. Okay, but crayon resist, wax resist, oil pastel. So that's my first one. And as the first student is drawing, the next student can start also playing. So we're not going to be waiting to for everybody to finish drawing. Just continue taking turns. So for example, I'm the next student and I have 7. My next one is add another plate. Let's skip these. Let's keep this 2 full one or add another plate. Okay, let's don't do this because we won't have enough time. So I want everybody to have like veggies and bread and pilgrim hat and candles and decorations so that it looks nice. Okay, and you don't need to color everything. Like what you don't color, just remember when you put watercolor on it, that's where the watercolor is going to go. Okay, so if I put purple or green on that, it's going to go to the background. It's going to create a nice shade. So don't color everything. You don't need to color everything. Just wherever you are, you want to do highlights. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I have 8. 8 is what? Cranberry sauce. Okay, so I'm gonna just keep setting my table. Let's pretend that I threw actually 2. And if you just want to play with 1, that's fine too. Let's have 2 of turkey. I want to make the turkey bigger. So my turkey, I'm going to do in the shape of turkey. Just show you here so you can see this one. It's an example. So shape of turkey, like that, and then like so. This is the bone here, and I can erase it once I'm happy with my shapes. I can erase my pencil lines. I'll do double take on the turkey this way, like that, nice and fat turkey. So yeah, that's gonna be my really big plate. Compared to this one, it's like a miniature now. So if you want to make it smaller, that's fine. I think I should make it smaller so it doesn't look like one is made for tiny, 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 tiny people. Somehow in a miniature scale. I guess I got just into like the drawing. I wasn't really thinking about the composition for a second there. So yeah, make sure if it happens to you, that's fine. You know, I wanted a big turkey, so I guess I got excited. Okay, this one is gonna be small. That's better. It's like a big turkey. I'm gonna have veggies inside of it, potatoes. Ooh, yes, bunch of potatoes and veggies here, like so. That looks better. Ta-da! 5:45. Veggies again. Skip if you get the same. 4. Bread. Yes, I want bread. I want some baguettes. A couple baguettes actually. That looks good. And so you get the idea. I can't wait to see how your Thanksgiving plate, so festive, is gonna turn out, and then we're gonna decorate it with the ribbons and the yarn. So now is your turn.